Sabi boy. Welcome to yet another episode of Two Sabi. My man, Femz. Yeah. I don't want to support you, man, because you waste, man. You fake guy. But
my man,
I'll save my energy for next time.
Okay, sorry. My brother Mo today, I think I hurt his feelings, but I still love him, but every now and then, it's good
this
to.
Guy may be so mad
it's good
today,
to. Well, he was mad in his own pocket anyway, but because I'm just chilling though.
We're
but
driving them together,
that's my brother anyway. That's my
driving.
brother. That's my brother, and
I'm pushing you off on the M3 today, bro.
Years of getting him angry and trolling him to come. You understand?
Yeah.
It's not going to change how my relationship with him anyway. You understand? So yeah, shout out to Matt Studios.
Shout out. Our sponsors.
ESO Vintage, our sponsors. All about sustainability.
Yeah. Someone told me last week. Someone watched the video and said, "Dude, why don't you learn what the sponsors do first before you come on there?" Because I was laughing, wasn't I? Yeah, I was like, yeah, so they do,
Whoever that guy is, man.
A woman.
Whoever that lady is, no heroes wear capes, man. Just remember that.
Yeah, one up. I left myself open there. Yeah, how you guys doing? Episode 2. So there was a confusion because we filmed 2 episodes, right?
Yeah.
Which we didn't upload.
Yeah.
With the intention to upload in a weird way, but we then said episode 3 and people were searching for episode 1 and 2. I blame producer Namo on that one. Namo, what are you saying, bro?
Yeah, hello everyone. So episode 1 and 2, we didn't get the opportunity to edit it on time.
The guy who was meant to edit it went missing. Yeah, he's watching us right now.
I will.
And the things we talk about, or the things the boys talk about, are current affairs, things that usually happen the week before we record. So we just thought that the information or the things we've spoken about in episode 1 and 2 have become redundant. So we'll cut those down and release them as clips.
Yeah,
so as far as we were concerned, this is episode 2.
Yeah, no one wants to be hearing about Liz Truss leaving after 4 weeks of leaving the office.
Ronaldo's interview when he's already left United.
Yeah,
so, yeah.
That happened last week as well.
I know.
Yeah, I was watching. I
know.
But I think we're going to get it right now. There's a lot of improvements that's happened. Shout out to Namo. 100%. He's been working day and night to make sure he gives 100%. Us good production.
That's our executive producer. He's outside. He's doing his thing. Man,
yeah.
Without him, all this wouldn't have been possible. So yeah, shout out to
Namo.
Namo.
It was his dream as well. So yeah, Namo, shout out. Yes, what's been happening, my G?
World Cup, baby.
Yeah. Have you been watching the games?
Yeah, I saw a couple today. I watched most of the games in the start. I think I missed maybe only 1 or 2. But yeah, it's been good, to be honest. Yeah. He hasn't been as bad as I thought it was going to be. Some good quality games. Like today, the Japan and Germany game was awesome. Like, it was a very good game.
Some good upsets there, man.
Yeah, Saudi and Argentina as well. You understand?
That is when it comes to upset. I think some numbers were crunched, and that is the biggest upset in World Cup history.
Saudi and
Argentina, yeah. And a lot of guys, well, not a lot of guys, but a few people won a lot of money. Namo was showing me Mr. Jollof in Nigeria.
For real?
Yeah, he bet 100,000 and won 11 million.
Yeah,
this is Naira though. That
was like 100 and what's that? That's
100
like
to 1.
110 to 1, I guess.
Something like that, yeah.
Wow.
So
that's mad.
And then I think today we're checking at some point the Argentina one as well. When they went up, I think
the Germany.
The Germany one.
Yeah.
I think the odds went crazy as well.
You know the funny thing? Big up Bob is my colleague at work. While the Germany game was going on, he said, even though Japan was leading 2-1, they were still like maybe, I don't know, the odds were still quite low for them to win. No, it wasn't in Germany's favor. It was more for a draw.
Okay.
I think it was Germany. Germany still had a 6% chance of winning while they were 2-1 up with 4 minutes to go.
Oh, wow.
6%. I think the large odds were for the game to be drawn.
So you could have still put your money on Japan.
No.
To
I don't
win at that
gamble
point and still
anyway,
made money.
so it's not really my thing, but
Yeah, Femi is a pastor. Sinner by day, pastor by night.
See this guy.
Sinner by night, actually.
See this guy.
Shout out to Femi's pastor. I
May the
remember
Lord have
when
mercy on you.
I
on
remember
your
when I
soul.
came to your church and you guys had a barbecue,
yeah.
like a summer barbecue thing. Yeah.
That's my family though. You
So,
get me?
so some of the aunties in church were they were really, really on top of that chicken and everything.
Yeah,
You know,
no, fam. You know our people and chicken. You know? Let me not go there.
with the takeaway packs.
Let me not go there. Though, but yeah. Shout
Yeah.
out to Kingsborough. Yeah.
Nah, shout
So
out,
what's
shout
your
out.
thought
out.
been on this World Cup so far? Like it started on Sunday, so it's about 4 or 5 days in.
Yeah, it was so slow. I think, especially because of the negativity involved. It was really slow. The first game there was no quality in the first game. Qatar, Ecuador. But I think there was so much negativity surrounding it that even the football you couldn't enjoy because, I mean, the first action was a goal they scored, Ecuador scored, and there was a lot of comments about, oh, it's been rigged. It's been, at times it was funny, but then it took away some of that spirit you get from the World Cup.
No.
And I think also not seeing an opening ceremony because BBC didn't show it. So not seeing, an opening ceremony and then controversy at the beginning. So it just sucked out the energy. But I think the minute that Saudi beats Argentina, I think that woke it up.
Well, that was the second game, wasn't it?
Yeah. I think it was.
I think it wasn't Tuesday.
No, England was the second game.
England was the second. England played in the afternoon.
No,
Played in the
England
afternoon.
played-
They played at 1 or something. Didn't they?
Yeah.
I think there was a game in the morning. I'm not sure. I think there was a game in the morning.
Maybe 10 o'clock. So I watched that one. Yeah, some employers, well, thank God my employers are probably not on YouTube, but I don't think I've done any work in the last few days. All I've done is watch the World Cup.
Lazy boy.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm in between jobs, but yeah, I haven't done a lot of work, and I've watched almost every single game. I think the only one I missed was what's the scores of the one tonight? Canada, Belgium.
Belgium's leading 1-0.
Oh, really?
wow. Who scored?
Cool.
Batshuayi, Michi.
Oh, Michi Batshuayi. I thought that guy was done.
They always take him. Belgium always take him to the World Cup all the
Yeah.
time. You know?
Where's he playing now?
I don't know, to be honest. I'm not really sure.
I think Turkey or something like that.
Possibly.
I mean, where's he playing?
Yeah, I'm just checking.
Yeah, while Nambo checks that. Yeah, I think it's been good.
Mm-hmm.
And I think because of all that negativity, I know we've been talking all through the week, and
He plays for Fenerbahce.
yeah, in Turkey,
Turkey,
yeah.
cool.
Yeah, I think he's banging goals there.
Is that not where Dele Alli is as well?
Yeah,
Or is it Besiktas?
one of the two. Yeah. But yeah, back to the World Cup. So I think some of that negativity. I remember there was a video I saw of an Ecuador guy in the stadium making money signs, almost like this. The
it was
Qataris bribed.
taunting.
It was taunting the Qataris, and there was a bit of not a kickoff, but there was a Qatari man who sort of warned him to shut up and sit back. I think that sort of sparked something in me to do a bit of research and look into some of this negativity. Because for the first time, I took the sides of the Qataris because I thought you're in their country, right? They've been hospitable, they've welcomed you, and the last thing you want to be doing is making those sort of signs or implying that they've bribed their way through the World Cup. I understand there's a lot of controversy. I did watch the FIFA show where, they showed how the bidding process went, and there was a lot of irregularities involved. I do agree to that, but I think the World Cup has started. You're in someone's country, and then you start to make mockery
regardless
of
of what side you're on, you don't go to another person and start taunting them. You don't do that. You don't do that, because if something happens to the guy now, I'm not saying something, but you don't do that. You don't really do that. You understand? It's a different culture, it's a different place. Whatever your gripe is with them, you don't just go and start. You understand?
Yeah.
It's not. They're not the referee. They're not the VAR, the referees. You understand? They're not.
They're not FIFA, and don't forget as well, Western countries had to vote as well, right, for the World Cup. In the FIFA documentary, France had a meeting with the Qataris, with the Qatar prince, one of the princes there, before the World Cup, before they did the bid for the World Cup. And France struck a deal with them, telling them to buy their planes and also something along the lines of gas or something. So Qatar were going to invest billions into the French economy. And Platini, the then UEFA president, said the French president had told him, this was Sarkozy, he said to him, do this for your country. Basically telling him vote for Qatar. You know, so it's you know, one thing to blame Qatar for paying out the cash, but who are the people they pay the cash out to?
You don't know.
You know, so I'm just not very happy about some of the maybe the
portrayal,
way the portrayal, especially from the Western press. Because today we spoke to a few people who live out in Qatar, and I think that video will be dropping. Number, would that video be dropping today, straight off the back of this one?
Probably tomorrow morning, and then this one will drop. So tomorrow, the 26th.
So Thursday, tomorrow, 24th.
24th.
Just take some time to watch that video as well.
You guys need to watch that the video, the interview we had with some of our friends who are expats living in Qatar. They've lived there for a wide range of periods. I think there's a lady there that's lived there for 7 years.
Yeah.
Someone's been there for a few months. Someone's been there for
11
just
months,
under a year and stuff. So, and they give us an insight into what it is to live in Qatar from their own perspective, to work, and their take on the culture, and just a little bit of information which will be quite surprising to a lot of us, because these are people that are on ground, that actually work and live there, and they'll tell you how things are in contrast to how things are portrayed. I don't live there. I don't really know what's going on, but I think their take on things will actually be mind-blowing, because they went into detail on how on how, you know, things are at this particular moment, and how the Western portrayal of the whole thing is different. To be honest, I don't really know what's going on, because I'm not there, but I've actually looked at things, and I kind of understand their own points and their own, because they're actually there, so I can't even.
Yeah, I mean, they talked about things like work-life balance.
Exactly.
You know, because I think they all moved from the UK to Qatar, and they actually prefer the work-life balance in Qatar.
Qatar, yes.
Yes. They prefer a lot of things from there, but I let people watch the videos, and this comes back to some of my point around the Western media's portrayal of Qatar. The companies operating there, so the companies who operate the construction
companies are most of
the hotels,
yes,
the people employing some of this labor from Europe,
are Western
multinationals.
Yeah. That's crazy though.
Yeah, so workers' rights, and also something else the guy mentioned today was Qatar has actually made a lot of progress with regards to workers' rights since this whole thing started. And I think they're the only country in the Gulf that actually has a minimum wage, or the first to have a minimum wage. So it's not a very fair portrayal and a fair balance. And I feel guilty myself, because all I've done is slag them since
I do as well,
rights,
because at the end of the day, I think we live in a society where the media pushes the narrative a lot on things, and sometimes as human beings, it's up to us to fact check things as much as we can, to kind of understand how things are, to kind of just get your own perspective of things. Because if you keep following everything the media says, you might just be part of that herd movement and stuff. So sometimes you just need to fact check stuff. So I think you guys really need to just watch it. You know, it's quite insightful. It gives us, you know, a peek into life in Qatar from the perspective of expats living there and everything. So that's good.
And other things that I found out was I think Qatar's made about £40 billion worth of investment in the UK. They supply the UK about I don't know if it was 30%. And maybe you could check that out. But I think about 30% of the gas, UK's gas comes from Qatar. Yeah, something like that. I did see some figures. I think about 20% of gas, UK gas, comes from Qatar. You know, and there's you know, they own football clubs here, so it's just quite unfair.
What they own? I know they own PSG. Do they own
the Qataris and the Man City?
No, those are
Abu Dhabi. Abu Dhabi. Yeah,
but I think they own a lot of. They own a chunk in a lot of businesses in the UK.
Yeah,
huge.
I mean, 40 billion is a lot of money.
I know.
You know.
I know. So yeah, England.
Saka, Starboy Saka.
I know. He went in. He scored two goals. You know, it's England played well. They did. They played well. it wasn't easy to start with, but once they got into their groove, they played well. They scored 6 goals. To score 6 goals against, even though it's Iran, but still Iran is 20th in the world.
I think difference is that there was attacking football this time around. It wasn't. And I think Iran are the Asian champions.
I think Qatar. I think so. Qatar won the Asian Cup. I'm not sure. I think Qatar won the Asian Cup.
Can you fact check that one for us, please? Yeah. So it was a good victory. I think the one thing though is there was no 5 at the back today. Oh, yesterday it was 4 defenders, so an extra man attacking, which was good. It was good to see Saka score a brace.
Do you think that team, when they face like a proper top team and of such, do you think that there needs to be like a rotation in that team? Like some players need to go and everything.
The only player that I think I'd have taken out of that team was Mason Mount. Apart from Mason Mount,
press machine though.
Press machine.
Yeah.
I think aside Mason Mount, I think everyone else did okay. And the front line of I think it was, who was the person out on the left? So Sterling, Kane, and Saka. I think that front line can score against any team in the competition.
Would you have personally? I think would you have Rashford for Sterling?
I would have said yes before, but I mean, Sterling scored on.
He did, and Rashford scored as well. So
and Rashford scored.
It's a sticky one.
I was watching rants. Those guys, they're funny, and he said, we're the guys who were trolling, who were being negative to the goal scorers, the guys who missed the penalties at the World Cup. Saka, Rashford and Sancho, 3 black boys, and Rand said, "Oh, now they scored those goals. So take away those goals. England drew that game 1-1." And then he says, "Oh, Callum Wilson, another brother, he made the assist. So take away his England lost the game."
I think it's too early to be bringing. Let's see how the competition goes, because the thing is, there'll always be racist fans one way or the other and stuff. So
especially when you lose,
I think for now, I don't know.
The positive though is England scored 6 goals.
Yes, they did.
Mood is good.
When was the last time England actually scored 6 goals?
I think England versus
what did they play? Moldova.
One of those random places. And in the World Cup, was it last World Cup in the group stages where they had
like 4 or 5?
Someone random,
Yeah. I think so. Yeah. I think so. So what exactly, like we've seen other games. We've seen France yesterday. They were good.
What was scores again? 3-4, 4-1. Yeah.
Giroud scored 2. Mbappe and Rabiot. We saw who else? Which other? We saw Netherlands. They that game was supposed to be a draw against Senegal, but it was 2-0. It was 2 very late goals. Cody Gagbo and I think Klaassen or something. Yeah, it was 2 late goals.
Yeah,
but the standout team of the tournament is the Spanish team today.
Yeah, that was a massacre.
But these guys were it was as if they were just drawing triangles on the pitch. The way they were, see their goals. Look at the first goal. Look at how they were passing and cutting through Costa Rica. Costa Rica.
But do you reckon the opponent matters though? If you're playing Costa Rica, bro, some of those guys in Costa Rica, I remember Campbell, was he not in like 2010 World Cup or so? And
I understand.
He played with Lampard, against Lampard.
But remember, they still qualify for the World Cup.
Yeah,
they still qualify for the World Cup.
I can't argue with that.
The way Spain were playing, Spain have 2 young guys who I think will be the future of midfielders. They've got Pedri and Gavi, 2 Barcelona midfielders. These guys,
Ansu as well, Fati Ansu as well.
Ansu Fati is an attacker more.
Yeah.
But the way, especially Gavi, the way he controls that midfield gives me Iniesta and Xavi vibes.
Yeah.
Both of them, man. Trust me, it's just.
And Pedri took his goal well. They got a nice goal. When he
I
came
didn't
out
even
to
see.
from,
I didn't see. I did, but
there was a cross, and then I think Morata swung in a cross, and he just took it off.
I know.
Right.
I think that's the team to watch. Now we're still waiting on Brazil.
Yeah, Brazil haven't played. Portugal haven't played. Ronaldo.
Yeah, shout out to Ronaldo. Though.
Ronaldo, shout out. Yeah, that's funny. Ronaldo's contract is over now.
It's clubless now,
He won in the end, though.
It's clubless.
Yeah, he
What
won.
did he say? No, he said, I don't follow records.
Records follow me. Facts.
You know,
Facts.
let's see if we break another record for.
He has a record. He's the most followed human being on
He has so many
Instagram.
records on the
Yeah,
pitch, off the pitch,
Off the
everything.
pitch.
But the only thing is, now that the whole thing, you know, let's just touch on this briefly, just for a couple of minutes. Now that the old debacle has ended, you know, it ended amicably, one way or the other. What's your take on it? Because I'm a United fan. I have my own biases towards either the club or Ronaldo. But what is your own take on the whole thing as it happened?
I used to hate Ronaldo, but now I love Ronaldo because United in the mud again. Every time United is in the mud, I'm happy.
No, be serious. Don't.
No, I'm serious, bro.
Don't allow.
Bro, that's why.
Do you think bad behavior should be rewarded?
Yeah, I think the coach behaved badly. United behaved badly. You know, so yeah, I don't think he should be rewarded.
No, just go and sit down. Now, Mo, what's your take on this whole Ronaldo stuff? I'm not going because he's on.
No, but I'm serious. I don't think it's bad behavior because the guy was. We'll all do it. If my employers take the mickey with me,
What did they do to him?
they disrespected
Can
him.
you pinpoint any way they disrespected him? Could you just pinpoint and elaborate? We don't really have more time to discuss it, but I just want you to.
They promised him game time.
Did you
and
see?
they didn't give him
Did
game
you see
time.
the conversation?
He
where
said,
they
I
promised him
believe
game time?
Ronaldo. Ronaldo does not lie. This guy
Lies-
breaks all the records.
lies
Why
follow
must he
him, yeah.
lie?
Okay. To be honest, your view is just distorted. Even though because you're even laughing and smiling as you're saying.
No.
Let me
I'm
ask
serious,
a
I'm
neutral
serious.
football fan, Namdi. What do you think about the whole? Be honest. Just
Hashtag free Ronaldo.
Give an objective.
So you just described me as a neutral football fan. So
Oh,
I
you
don't-
support Arsenal, my bad.
Yeah,
Sorry,
number one, I
sorry.
support Arsenal, but
Sorry.
I don't even love Arsenal that much.
Yeah,
They're just-
exactly.
they're
So
just-
you are kind
I'm
of
not sure why
neutral.
you post football questions to that, bro.
No,
So-
because I like the outside view.
from a neutral
sometimes is good.
perspective, me not care.
Shout out to Ronaldo, though, at least, you know, the thing ended peacefully and amicably, which is good anyway. But now, what I feel the problem is
Was
now
that peaceful though? That wasn't peaceful, bro. It took Piers Morgan intercepting for it to end.
Yeah, but at least the thing ended peacefully. Both of them parted ways mutually. There was no court cases. There was no.
But there's part 2 of his interview coming out.
Can we kick this guy out? Yeah. So my own issue is that now with the whole interview and everything, now there's now a lot of pressure on him. Now Ronaldo in the past, he's always kind of excelled while he was under pressure whenever he's on. But the problem is now because of age and because of his fitness and everything now, this World Cup is kind of an audition for him, for his next club, for whoever is going to drop the big bucks for him. It's not the transfer wages on his own. It's transfer fee on his own. It's the weekly wages because Ronaldo is a big boy. Ronaldo is not coming for anything less than $300. That's the minimum. And except maybe he just wants to go and help their career in that club. Like, he's not coming cheap. So now he has to have a World Cup of his life.
Nah. All he needs to promise the club is his Instagram followers. That's better than trophies nowadays, mate.
You think so?
Yeah, bro.
Okay, would you take him at Arsenal? Yeah. Okay.
As
you
long
give
as
him
he
a 2-year
promises us
contract.
Instagram followers.
You give him a 2-year contract.
Nah, maybe 1 year.
1 year contract.
6
okay.
months. You know?
The project that you're building, it's become an uncompleted building. So yeah, shout out to Ronaldo.
Yeah,
anyway.
we'll see how they fare tomorrow in the World Cup. We'll see how they fare tomorrow.
Regarding upsets, we talked about the Saudi one, the Germany one, and Japan today was quite funny because at some point when Germany was leading, I saw Rudiger. You saw it as well. Rudiger was he hopping or stuff? He was kind of.
He was skipping to.
He was skipping,
to
just
having a laugh.
Having a laugh. But what happened? The thing backfired. And Japan were resilient in that game. It's not like Japan just. No, they were resilient. They had opportunities and stuff. And Germany sat back towards the end of the game. Now, if you look at German press and all the press now, they're calling them cowards. They're dissing all the players and stuff. You know.
Yeah.
But
Japan are not mugs as well.
That's why I told someone I
Japan's a
worked
good
today as
team.
well. Yeah.
Japan have been playing the World Cup for decades
ages.
now.
I think they go to almost every.
Yeah. So they're not mugs, and a lot of their players play in Europe as well. So you know, there was Tomiyasu. I think Tomiyasu.
They brought
played
him on.
today. Yeah,
Tomiyasu. They
Tomiyasu.
brought him on.
So, some of those guys. What was the other guy that was in Liverpool?
Minamino.
Minamino. So they're not mugs as well, you know.
Yeah,
So
that's good. Yeah. So, staying with Qatar, staying with the World Cup and everything.
You see what happened with the Iranians?
Yes, I did. That's what I was. Yeah. They had a silent protest. They didn't sing the national anthem.
Yeah. I was reading in the news, I don't know how true this is, that the government, the Iranian government, threatened the players that if they did any of these protests, that they were going to arrest their families and lock their families up. So if you notice, there was an Iranian player who put up a post around the,
I heard.
the protest happening in Iran, around the covering of your hair and things like that. So he put up a post in support of it, and he had to take it down. You know, it was threatened, and he had to take it down. So the players are in a place where the Iranians think they're traitors. The actual people who Iranians living in Iran think they're traitors for playing, for listening to the government and not protesting. But then the players have their families to worry about. So it's like but I saw they didn't sing the anthem. So that's sort of a silent protest as well. But I do worry for them, because I'm sorry, if my government tells me they're going to threaten my family, I probably won't protest myself.
It's a shame at least what we watch on the news that's going on in Iran, and it's a shame. It's a shame. With the little I know, I don't think like things like hijabs and stuff should lead to people wearing hijabs should lead to people getting arrested and stuff. But then again, I'm not there.
And it's their culture, though. The devil's advocate parties, it's their culture. I mean, even in the Western world, there were times when things weren't allowed. And if you protested, the king would take your head off, or at some point,
but the only
probably
problem
get
is,
to.
I get what you're saying, and I'm not there, but I don't feel like people should get arrested or maybe beaten up to the point of some people even dying because of hijab, because of something. It's just ahead because you did not even know when, because you didn't wear the hijab properly and stuff. But then again, as I said, I'm not there. I'm not on ground. I'm not on ground there, so I don't really know.
I think it goes beyond the hijab, because they're not fighting against. It's not the hijab is just a symbol of
so you think
opposition.
They're just tired of the whole
of the opposition to the oppression and being controlled. if they let the hijab go, then they've lost their powers.
See, Ayatollah.
Yeah, so they'll rather arrest. I think there are 15,000 people who have been sentenced to death.
No, I think the 15,000 people have been arrested. I think
on death row. I think. Yeah, 15,000 people.
Are you serious?
Not just arrested. Yeah.
Can we fact check that so that we don't?
I'm always coming up with like bubble facts.
No, I'm not saying.
No,
I heard something, amigo. I'm not.
What
really
I've been hearing is 15,000 sentenced to death, but it does sound like a lot of people.
Regardless of even if it's
even if you just arrest
for protesting. Wow, nah.
Where is the space to even put these people, Seth?
I don't know. I don't think, but I don't think they can carry.
Yeah, it's unfortunate, but the protest is not against just the. I mean, the hijab is a symbol of it.
I think maybe it's 15,000 have been arrested.
If the government if they lose that battle of the hijab, then they've literally lost government, because what next? What next, you know?
So I just checked. So 15,000 people have been arrested so far. Not all of them have been sentenced to death. A small number have been sentenced to death. And thousands more have yet to face trial. So
just crazy.
Okay,
it's crazy.
Apologies for my
how the government feel
bubble facts.
Yeah, I think
it's okay. Like
it's crazy that people have been sentenced to death.
How would the government even cope with the backlog of? If you said this is not North Korea, it's not North Korea, you know.
What's the population of Iran that you want to?
It's not even North Korea. It's not
arrest 15,000.
Get me? It's not North Korea. But yeah, it's just
it's sad.
I think it's sad. You know, we live in the UK, so it's very, very difficult for us to be throwing stones and just pointing fingers at Iran, because.
But we moved from Nigeria, and I remember this happened. Well, maybe not in these numbers, but at different points of me growing up. I remember during the 93 elections, people were arrested in numbers. The End SARS movement, people were arrested in numbers.
Sorry to interrupt you. We need to talk about our growing up in Nigeria and our experiences as well. We need to share it.
Yeah, I think that we need
what
2
you
days.
said, I had a flashback. MKO Abiola,
93 presidential election.
The protests on Allen Avenue. I was in my house. There were thousands of people. You understand? So yeah, Sorry, back to your point here.
Yeah. So we've experienced those sort of things in Nigeria. I mean, NSAS was a big example
It was.
where people were protesting against the police brutality and then ended up in,
Supporting.
soldier brutality.
I
and
know.
So we've had the same. And what happened in the end? The people had to back down, because the government started to shoot people. And
I think it's different if you put into context what we've heard.
yeah.
Because Iran has been under the leadership of the Ayatollahs for, I think, decades, for a very long time. And I think it's reached a stage where they can't. Nigeria, they've had different.
Yeah, there's good and bad ups and downs.
But there's been one guy,
Consistent.
one guy and his crew at the top in Iran, and they'll now be choosing and picking presidents, installing president. But and is that Ayatollah Khamenei? They've really, and people are actually tired that, look, we don't want, because I think maybe in the 60s or 70s, don't get me, I think Iran was once a secular society at some point.
Yes,
it wasn't really a religious society.
I think up until the 70s even.
Yeah, I think so. So, it's a shame what's going on, and for it to go into football as well, it's sad. It's really sad.
Yeah, football is meant to be neutral, isn't it?
If players feel that their lives and their families' lives are at risk, it's sad, but it is. It's a world we live in. That's the thing. It's
sad.
It's a world we live in. It's things like this happen everywhere, and it's a good thing that they're highlighting what's going on in Iran and everything now. So yeah, it is what
it feels like this World Cup is just loaded with so much drama and politics.
Just to round up the whole World Cup conversation, who is your favorite still?
I think I said Belgium last week, or was it Brazil?
What's the score with Belgium now?
Yeah, you said Belgium.
Yeah, still. I think I'm sticking with those still.
You reckon? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. You know the funny thing, yeah? I'm sound controversial, but I still back Argentina.
Yeah, I'm sure they'll bounce back. But man,
I still back Argentina.
Once you've lost to Saudi,
I think they just lost. That game was just, if they play it 1,000,000 times, they'll probably win 999,000.
They were like 4 offsides. But you know what? Saudi didn't just sit back as well.
Yeah, no.
They played
the
good
hard
football.
line. They played
Good
hard line,
football.
no. Because
Good
the
football.
thing is that teams like Saudi, I think people underestimate them, but teams like Egypt, teams like Saudi, their teams, their top clubs play in all those World Club competitions.
Yeah.
They play in international competitions, so they play against European teams. And if you notice all these competitions, they always give all these big teams tough time.
Yeah.
You understand?
And Saudi, I think they have 7 players in this current team who play for Al Hilal.
The golden boy, the
and
guy
they have
that
an
scored the second
Argentina
goal,
coach
yeah.
as well.
Yeah. So let's see. I still feel Argentina. And are you still on Ghana?
Yeah, of course, man.
Ghana, Portugal. What do you predict tomorrow?
I don't know. Ghana will win 1-0.
Challenge sure.
Of course I'm not sure, but I'm going with my heart. I'm going with my heart.
So are you saying it with chest, or you just?
Well, I say everything with chest, man. Ghana, you get me? Ghana.
Now, Mo, today, when Saudi won, no, not Saudi, I think Japan won. He said, you see, I chose Ghana. I told you, the underdogs. I said, don't put money on it. So.
The Belgium game ended 1-0.
Oh, it's finished?
Yeah.
Wow.
Decent.
That's good. Canada lost the penalty, I heard, Alfonso Davies.
Yeah, they're not a bad team as well, Canada. No, they qualified. I think over.
They're not going to qualify from that group. I don't think they will anyway.
Is that the same group as Spain?
I'm not sure. Go to table, you see.
That'll be punishment.
I know. So anyway, away from the World Cup, we'll probably be talking about it as it goes on anyway.
Yeah. Have you been watching I'm a Celebrity?
I haven't, but I've been seeing clips and stuff online.
Yeah, I watch it religiously every day. It's become a family thing.
How's Matt Hancock on it anyway?
Bro, that guy is not bad, you know.
You know the funny, I actually like the guy because I think I heard when he got on, people were trying to
there was a lot of
be macho towards him. By the end of the day, I think the public actually warmed towards him. That's why.
Even the public initially started to voting for every challenge to try to get at him, but I think they quickly realized that he's got this resilience. I can see how how certain people become politicians and take all that pressure and stuff. He's so in control.
Yeah, I know.
The challenge is like even his fears. He faces it almost like it has to be done,
Big up to the men who have their emotions. Who can't go, because at the end
Guys,
of the
Femi
day,
was almost crying today.
Femi
was almost crying today. He's like,
as
you
a
guys
man
don't listen to
or
my
whoever,
ideas.
you're responsible for your own action.
Femi said, they don't
But
take
yeah.
money, they don't listen to my ideas. You guys don't listen to
But
me.
yeah, I think people said, I heard people are saying another side to him.
No, see, yeah, bro. My stance on the pandemic, this guy's made a lot of mistakes, right? But show me one person who could see the future and knew exactly what happened.
Obviously.
You know, things
Every
like the
country,
PP,
every
things like the
country actually
PP,
made-
the whole world was fighting. Where I blame the government is they should have just been upfront and said, this is the situation, this is what we're doing. But again, saying that, you know, I'm sure there's security reasons behind saying things like that.
I think the people's issue with him was the fact that with all the lockdown stuff, the guy was on camera. They said that guy's a grabbing bunda.
Yeah,
it was,
bro, all that pressure, you need to ease it somewhere. And also, it was in the office. Yeah, that was bad. I mean, he did
For his
say
wife to even
he
find
and
out
his
that
wife
way,
were, I think they were having
it
issues or
wasn't-
something. But yeah, that
wasn't-
part is very unfair. But bro,
it's
if you
human
have the
as well,
opportunity in
yeah.
COVID with all that stress to ease it somehow.
Yeah. So do you think the whole PR exercise, the whole PR experiment of him going, has it worked so far?
I don't even know if it was a PR exercise or it was about the money. It's like 400 bags he's going to get from the show.
The money, I think it was also like a PR
Yeah.
just for his own image. Do you think it's worked? Because it's still
I
there.
think
It's not
his
been voted
reputation,
out.
I think his reputation has been slightly repaired.
Slightly.
There was an episode where he was talking to someone and someone said, why did you come here? Why did you really come?
I know.
And he said, to try and get some forgiveness, you know.
Yeah.
That sounded like a
To
scripted
be honest,
answer. but
that's not where you go for forgiveness.
yeah, that's
So
how
I
they
kind of
scripted. But I think the idea was to get him in front of the camera. His reputation can't get worse than it was.
Yeah, definitely not.
So trying
Definitely
anything
not.
will work. And
Yes.
you know, they've not voted him out.
It's still there. It's still there. It's still
Yeah.
there. It's still there.
I find myself wishing for him not to be voted out when I watched it yesterday.
My thoughts on him, like during the COVID time and now, has actually changed a bit because now I just see him as a human. I just see him. I see him as someone who's prone to make mistakes and stuff. So
there are big decisions to be made during the pandemic.
Yeah.
It's sad that people had to die.
Yes.
You know?
Yes.
But again, the government has to balance the economy, has to balance security, has to balance how you give people information. So
The government didn't handle it well, but then again, I don't think any government actually handled COVID well. I don't think any
at
government
first people were
actually
saying, what country in Southeast Asia, they did it well, but people died. People died everywhere. You know, it was a pandemic. I think it already started from not containing it when it happened in Wuhan.
I know.
But
Rest in peace to
rest in peace.
the people who lost their lives during COVID, and
Yeah.
also my condolences are with people who lost family members and
families,
friends during COVID.
Very sad.
That was a trying
Very sad.
time, but thank God that we're getting back to normal now. And
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah.
Thank God. So yeah, Matt Hancock, Elon Musk Twitter.
Yeah, bro. I don't know what that guy's playing at, but I saw a few celebs left. Now that he's let Trump back on there.
And Kanye as well.
He let Kanye back up there. I saw a few celebs
Kanye's
left.
first tweet was shalom.
Oh my word.
Kanye's a troll, man.
What's
Like,
wrong with that guy though?
I don't know.
What do you think about all the stuff that's been happening with him? And it's been some time now, but
I think I have my own thoughts on it, but last week Namdi was trying to give us some information about what he feels about it. So I'll ask him let's ask him that question today. What's your thoughts on the whole Kanye issue and situation and stuff?
Let's start from the first one. I don't think he's crazy. The narrative everyone says, "Oh, Kanye's crazy," and this is that. I don't think he's crazy. How can someone be crazy when he's done everything he said he was going to do? Maybe we're the crazy ones. If that's crazy, then like he's literally done everything he said he was going to do.
attention seeker.
Maybe I rather take the fact that he's an attention seeker than he's crazy. Number two, he predicted most of what is happening now in some way. Like, so I think I posted a video on Instagram one time where he said something about how Steve Jobs got fired from Apple and he went down for a couple of years and came back bigger and stronger. And he said, yeah, I might go away for 5 years. He said all of this stuff. He said I might be banned.
But now, if someone goes and make anti-Semitic statements,
Mm-hmm.
prints White Lives Matter shirts, does all of these things, he knows he's going to get backlash. He knows sponsors are going to pull out. He knows his business partners will pull out. So in predicting that,
But what kind of business strategy is that where you predict all of this stuff and then you go and do it and you lose billions?
Yeah, but someone else tomorrow, another business is going to pick him up tomorrow in the name of redemption. And this is why he goes, in my opinion, this is why he pushes this I'm crazy rhetoric. I'm
No,
unwell.
he doesn't. No. He absolutely doesn't. The media.
I've seen him say he's unwell.
No.
He talks about doctors and stuff.
Yeah, he talked about, but if you listen to it, basically he was saying that they're trying to make him look like he's crazy. He's saying he's not crazy. And it's like Dave Chappelle. When Dave Chappelle said he was leaving Comedy Central, was it Comedy Central, whatever network he was on, that was the first thing they said. Oh, he's crazy, he's on crack. Dave Chappelle doesn't even drink alcohol. Well, he smokes weed, but, it's different. But yeah.
Kanye openly admits that he's unwell.
Hold on, sorry. To play devil's advocate, Dave Chappelle he didn't release anti-Semitic statements, and he didn't print a White Lives Matter shirt. Dave Chappelle's own was that he just walked away from money.
No.
So that's a different...
What I'm trying to say is when the media want to mess with you, the first thing they say is you're crazy. So that anything else that comes out of your mouth, oh, that's a crazy person.
But the problem is Kanye West has a history.
Kanye West
has a history of mental... He's even admitted it himself that he's been on drugs for a while. I'm not sure if he's been sectioned for a while. So he has this history.
Bro, that's false information.
Kanye West.
Yeah, like I watched an interview last week where he said he hasn't taken any drugs for the past 6 years.
Yeah, but at some point he's taking it.
Since he had the mental breakdown where he went into hospital.
That's what I'm saying. So he has a history.
Bro.
It's like someone. Sorry to interrupt you, please, yeah. It's like someone.
When did you get so polite, Femi? Interrupting someone and saying please.
No, obviously, because the thing is,
you're the king of say shut up, let me talk.
He doesn't. I'm just trying to bring a point. He will continue now. Yeah. Basically, it's like some people that have cancer, and their cancer gets cured or whatever, and they get it all clear. But there's a risk that at some point, the cancer will come back. It's similar to Kanye. I'm not saying, I don't know what's going on with him, but I'm saying the fact that he's had this history in the past and he's exhibiting where...
So are you saying he's crazy? That's why
I don't
he's doing
know.
these
I don't know,
things,
but I'm saying you can't say that he's not been crazy and the media saying he's crazy is unfounded because he has had that history in his past. He's been sectioned at some point in his life. And he's been on meds at some point in his life.
Well, I don't know what the term is in America. I think he just he got admitted. I don't think he was sectioned.
Okay, sorry.
He got admitted, and I think I think it was more of exhaustion. I don't think there was any actual medical diagnosis. And not to add to Kanye's story, but he said the person who diagnosed him was from a particular tribe. Just to say.
Tribe or race?
Is it race? Is it okay? Yeah, my bad. Is it race?
Where's the person from?
Hey, you already know the people that he spoke up of. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. He didn't say the person was Jew, but he implied. He said this person, the doctor, is from the same race that he made it obvious where he was talking about. So what I'm saying is, it plays into his story where he says, people are out to get him and there's some manipulation going on. I don't have anything else to say outside of the fact that it's not a fact. I think Kanye is not crazy. Anything else,
So you think everything he's doing is deliberate?
Calculated is what I think.
I don't know if it's calculated, but I think he knows what he's doing.
Yeah, but why would he now act this way through hate? He's harboring and saying a lot of anti-Semitic stuff. That's hate in any way, because at the end of the day, he apart from the anti-Semitic stuff as well, this whole issue with White Lives Matter and stuff, to be honest, every life matters, like white, black, pink, orange, anything. But the problem is you are using him in his intentional using that White Lives Matter slogan.
For attention.
He's using it to antagonize a certain race and at the end of the
reason why people say Black Lives Matter or there's a slogan for Black Lives Matter is not because all lives don't matter, right? It's because everyone knows White Lives Matter.
Yeah.
or
they
white
do.
white
100%,
lives.
100%.
But the history shows that Black lives don't matter to a lot of people. Is why there's this Black Lives Matter slogan. So the minute you start to do the White Lives Matter slogan, means you're taking away from the, it's almost like saying anti-LGBT, or straight lives matter as well. Of course, we know straight lives matter. The majority of the population is straight, and they don't have face any persecution. But the group that face the persecution are the ones that need that attention, that extra attention and care. So you coming out and saying white lives matter is just you taking away from the Black lives matter. So
I think he's just trolling.
yeah, the minute you
To be
start doing
honest,
that,
what Namdi's saying a little bit regarding he knows what he's doing, he might be right there. He probably knows what he's doing and is calculated. But the only problem is it's very risky and dangerous because with his platform and his status, you can't play with stuff. You can't play with stuff like that. You can't.
yeah, he has money in the bank. So for him, he thinks, what's gonna happen?
So can I say one more thing why I
Yeah,
think
go on,
he's
go on.
not crazy? So you spoke about Twitter and Donald Trump coming back on Twitter. Obviously, Kanye, I don't know if it's not obvious, but
I think he's
Kanye is back on as well. And you said his first tweet was shalom. But the first interview he gave after he got on Twitter, he basically said that thanks to him, you know how Kanye is, you can never get banned again for saying anything. You can't lose business because somehow within that whole thing that was happening, Elon Musk bought Twitter and he's absolutely, taken off any censorship. So he's saying, he's basically putting himself in the position of the sacrificial lamb, saying, after everything, I can still go on Twitter now and say whatever I want. Does that make sense? It's a bit thing for a crazy person to just, he knows what he's doing.
My man's not crazy. If he's crazy,
Apparently-
he won't
apparently-
have any money in the bank. He's getting
apparently-
richer every day. So
Apparently,
he knows what he's doing.
Elon Musk has lost probably 100 billion in his net worth or something. I'm not really sure. That's why I read earlier.
How much was he worth initially?
His richest is I think he's lost about 100. I
From
don't know.
where?
In his net worth. I think his net worth has fallen because of all this. Maybe all this. Tesla stock prices have plummeted.
Oh wow.
So I think it's tied to all these things that is going on. But I think that's
I
a
go on
topic for
Twitter
another
every day and I
anyway.
see him tweeting, and it's just
Today they say he tweeted something about being woke, being this. I don't even know.
Yeah, he tweets.
But
He's there all the time.
Yeah.
Just to say,
there all the
everyone's stock price has gone down, not just Tesla. So
Yeah.
as much as Elon Musk has lost, Jeff Bezos has lost
I
on
know.
Amazon and the rest of them.
I
So
know.
Yeah, the economy.
just to
is
give
in
like
a
another
recession.
view as well. Yeah, there's a
Of
recession.
the world.
everywhere.
Yeah. He just tweets too much for me. I just can't stand him anymore. Does it come across?
You know what? He said something about he tweeted today about Black Twitter and Black Lives Matter, saying that hands ups don't shoot was made up, that everything was a fiction and everything. Saying today that it was Obama's. It was during I don't know. He was just saying
Elon Musk was
he now
tweeting
deleted,
that.
yeah, today he now deleted the tweet. He was kind of criticizing this whole Black Twitter stuff as wokeness and stuff. It's crazy.
I think it gets to a point where you make too much money and then you start
It's
to
not
lose
too
your
much.
mind.
I think Elon Musk, he might be doing the same thing that allegedly Kanye is doing, and he's just trolling as well.
Attention.
You understand? It's possible. It's actually possible. But anyway, away from Elon, what have you been doing like in your free time generally, like?
Nothing
This one.
much. Just watching TV. Starting a new job next week, so I've been
Congrats,
been
man.
relaxing a bit.
Congrats, man. Congrats, man.
Someone else needs my specialization.
Yeah. It's a weird thing because I'm also
Yeah, you're in between jobs, aren't you?
as well. Yeah, that's good. That's very good. Have you heard the new album by Star, Wizkid?
Yeah. I've heard it like 10 times. I just
Don't
don't.
worry, we hear it on the way home as well.
Yeah, I just don't like it.
I love it.
I think I like 2 tracks on there, but I think they all sound the same.
I love it. I'm loving the
different
album now.
beats.
I'm
no
loving-
no
I'm-
substances,
I'm loving
lyrics.
I'm loving the album. I don't know why. I'm just loving.
All he
it.
does is talk about what he wants to do to women, and I
I'm
just don't.
Yeah, but that's.
I think at some point your music has to
that's
mature
his
beyond
way.
that.
I'm loving the album. I think it's as good as the previous album. you know.
What do you like about it though?
I just like it. I've listened to it a few times, and the more I
So
listen
the
to
beats
it, the
or
more,
what?
everything, the beats, and there's one or two songs there, not just. But the rest of the album it's actually especially from track 1 to maybe 6, and a couple. The outro, Frames, is a special song.
Femz.
Flower Pads.
The
Balance.
the album has no substance.
Every
It has
day.
good beats, but
Well, I agree to disagree anyway.
I
agree
was
to
reading
disagree.
reviews and people said, "Oh, the album's mature." And I thought, all he's talked about is what he's going to do to women,
Yeah, but you go.
pinning them against the wall
Yeah, you
and
might-
doing things to
yeah,
them. I'm like,
but you
what
might-
exactly
but-
has matured about these lyrics?
But you
That's
might-
all he sang about all his life.
Yeah, but that's not every. Have you listened to Every Day? Have you listened to Frames?
To show how much I don't care about the album, I don't even know the names of the tracks.
Exactly. So and
But I've
here
listened
you
to
are-
them.
here you are
No,
judging
I've
the
listened to
album.
them. I mean, to start with, the album is called Less Ego, More Love. Right?
You see,
And
and
the
this is
whole-
someone who's qualified to critique an album.
And the whole album talks about
Nams is looking at you like, nah, bro.
his
nah.
fancy cars
Nams is looking at you like,
and what
nah,
he's doing
bro.
to women.
Nah, bro. I don't like the album, but
what's
nah,
less
bro.
ego about that? That's
Nah,
more ego.
bro.
You should call him more ego.
Nams, this boy don't fall your hand, dude.
even
Seriously,
the love he talked about, right? He's not even talking about loving the girl properly. He's talking about doing stuff to
Anyway,
her,
me, I like it.
disrespecting women.
Me, I like it. Me, I
Nah.
like it. You know, me, I like. They say monkey no fine, but the mommy like him.
Ah,
Me, I like the tape. I like it. I think it's a
Yeah.
good body of work anyway. And speaking of as well,
good body of work with no lyrics, no content, nothing. There's no track that's even deep. The last album even had blessed,
Bless
the one with Damian Marley.
yeah.
Yeah, you can even say, okay, yeah.
But he had Naira Marley on this album.
Naira Marley.
Sorry, just to add, I'm not a fan of the album as well.
Thank you,
I'll
Namo.
leave mine there.
Those of us
I'm
that
a
know
big
good
Wizkid
music.
fan, but I'm not a fan of this album at
Fair
all.
enough. No,
At
obviously
all.
everyone is entitled, but me, I like it.
Now, talking
Yeah, I
about
like it.
better music, Burner's Tickets, I've gone live now, right? So Burner's Tickets. So
Yeah.
we're going to the London Stadium to actually
is
watch
we?
good music. No, you're not going. You don't like
Are you
Burner.
going as well?
Well, yeah, Pedro got me tickets.
Ah,
so
yeah.
Yeah, I'll get
yeah.
my
Pedro is a
tickets
Burner
tonight.
fan.
Well, we're
Our
just
football is always.
yeah. Well,
Bro,
I'm sure he is,
bro,
but we're going, man. We're
There's a
going to
reason
have
why
good time.
Burner is doing it in a stadium here. He has followers.
Yeah, but whiskey sells out stadiums as well. So don't.
Nah.
Both of them are big. Let's even remove sentiment. These are artists that sell out venues that
They
even
do,
rappers
they
can't
do,
sell out.
they
You
do,
understand?
they
That's
do.
the thing.
But the content of the music, for me, I just don't feel what Wizkid is singing.
Okay, so
nowadays.
is he Anidigbo and Shayo?
Yeah, even that's a deep song, you know. That's a deep song. Even though it says
Talking
Igbo
about
and
alcohol
Shayo.
and drugs, that's a deep song.
Nah, the whole no. The
May-
album
may
was
the Lord
the
have
song.
mercy on your soul.
The lyrics had Igbo and Shayo, but the rest of it had good content. You know, it was like his life story, which was good, which
Life
was
story.
interesting. Yeah,
Anyway,
yeah.
shout out to Whiskey, shout out to Burner.
They're all doing well, though. They're all doing well.
They are rocking it.
I saw Wizkid played
MSG.
MSG.
Wow, it was a good show. I
Yeah,
guess.
and Busta Rhymes was trying to get his number to do.
Did you see the Yoruba voiceover?
No.
It was so funny, man. You know, but yeah.
No, but it's good. It's interesting to see this because growing up, I never would have thought African music would get to
Well,
this
these
level.
guys are
Nigerian
selling out. These
music
guys
gets
are
to this
selling out
level, yeah.
stadiums and arenas all over the world.
Yeah.
Europe, Wizkid is gonna do like
quite
a
impressive.
North American tour now. Barclays Center, like 20,000, 20-something thousand,
Yeah.
15,000, 17,000.
It's quite impressive.
Yeah,
It's
it
quite
is.
impressive
And
because
Burner does it as well. So.
growing up, I remember we used to shy away from Nigerian music. It was all American music growing up.
Nigerian music was, Tony Tetuila, them
No,
guys,
that was when it
carried the
started to
torch.
evolve. But
Idris Abdul Karim,
But
you
parties-
don't eat my
when
car,
you-
Oyinbo
but when we went to parties, secondary school parties, you wouldn't hear those songs.
obviously, because then it was.
It was
yeah,
even
I feel-
it had to be like next.
Yeah, very close.
Puffy, Biggie,
I can
Jagged
picture
Edge.
Jagged
Jagged
Edge, it was those guys.
so
But
you
now,
see all them baggy clothes and everything. JD, Jermaine Dupri was the guy there in all these songs. You understand? So yeah.
Anything else happened this week? Anything else you want to touch on?
Let me see.
I feel so tired today. I don't know.
Yeah, because you spend half an hour just telling me I can't
You
express
drained
myself.
me, man. You drained
understand?
me, bro.
Bro, you're
You
responsible for
drained
your own
me.
actions.
You
know?
drained me.
But anyway, shout out to you. I still have love for you.
Nah,
but,
bro.
but I think sometimes you need.
I know where you park your car. I'll be waiting for you.
Oh, you're gonna put a bomb there.
Yeah, but it was good though.
Yeah,
Good still.
Good still. So yeah, guys, try and watch the interview we had with the expats, our friends that work and live in Qatar and stuff.
To be neutral, they're not our friends. There's some random people we found that work
we
in
just
Qatar.
found their numbers, you understand? Because, yeah. But yeah, they live there and so we would like your views and opinions on it in the comment section and stuff.
Yeah.
And try and remember to like and subscribe.
Yeah, like and subscribe because Namdi, we need to get to like 100,000 views, yeah? So these people will take us seriously.
Yeah, please share as well. Share with your friends.
Yeah, they're not. Some of them are going on there watching it.
And keeping it to themselves.
And keeping it to themselves, not liking it. You know that thing you do when you're scrolling through Instagram sometimes and you see someone's video and they're showing you like, I'm not going to like this one. That's what they do to their videos. But I think, very good support since last week when we dropped the first one.
Nice.
We've never done podcasts before. We've never edited stuff before. We've never filmed stuff. Even the lighting we're trying to figure out. We've got all sorts of lights here. We don't, but Namdi's been working round the clock to get it perfect.
We're taking it as we go. And also, I want to report this guy here. We tried to put the arguments as behind the scenes. It was like, no.
Yeah, this guy is trying to post
I was like,
negativity
"Man,
where I'm
man." It
beating
was
him
like-
up.
It was like you're being Kanye over here. But
Okay,
yeah.
let me just give the context. Yeah, I won't say what they were arguing about, but there was a big argument.
Nah, bro, that was
And I managed. Oh, well, okay. For me, I haven't witnessed it before, so I managed to record
That's
part of
light
it.
work for me and him.
I managed to record part of it, being a really good producer. You get me? But they're not
That's
comfortable.
snitching.
One person isn't comfortable with the video being out just yet. So
The
maybe
world don't want to see me beating Femi.
maybe when we get to 10 episodes, or when we get to how many subscribers?
When we get to 10,000 subscribers,
10, that's a lot. Let's not
Nah,
1,000.
bro. You promised me, man.
But
You promised me.
one
Cool.
thing you guys should realize is we're all creative minds here, and at the end of the day, we all express ourselves.
Oh, no one's ever called me that before.
You are half a creative mind, but yeah, we all express ourselves in different ways. But the end goal is to produce quality content, which we'll always give you. So yeah, shout out to Mo, shout out to Namdi, man. You understand? We're doing it big, man, 100%. So yeah.
Yeah. No, thank you everyone for joining.
Thank you. Hope you enjoyed this episode.
Hope you enjoyed it.
Like and subscribe.
I think we were brainstorming and we thought we'll drop it a show every Thursday for now.
Yes. It depends on the day we record, plus or minus one day. But if we record early enough, I think we can aim to release it that same day in the evening.
My executive producer has spoken.
I want to see. It depends on the stars of the show and your availability.
You
know,
What is sorrow?
Femi's too busy.
Femi was meant to be here on Tuesday, so if we could, this show could have been out a day earlier, but when the star can't make it, production has to wait. So
now, who looks like the star in both of us?
Bro, what's this random thing I'm doing with these
You're the
candles
stars,
here?
you're the stars.
Now, these candles you've put here, look at the random stuff I'm doing.
You did play with wax.
It was a romantic setting. He's fulfilling his fantasies.
Producer of the year.
All you need to do is play Sade in the background.
Thank you very much, everyone.
Thank
Big
you,
Fems.
guys. Yeah,
Always a pleasure, my G.
All right, take care, guys.
Always a pleasure. Thanks, everyone.
Love, my guys.
Love.
Thanks for watching. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more 2 Sabi podcast episodes.